Hey folks, it's Brittany here. Got my cat Azul with me, my little assistant today. So I'm here to talk about a couple things going on today. Right now, the U.S. Senate should be either voting or will shortly be voting on a continuing resolution to keep the government funded and open for the next few months. It's a resolution that is everything the Republican Party wants. There was no input from Democrats. All but one House Dem voted against this resolution. The several Senate Dems have come out against it, but Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who is probably the weakest leader within the party right now, and someone I have long had issues with, has come out and said that he will be voting for the resolution today. The dictator in D.C. has already put out a Truth Social thanking Schumer for doing the right thing. So that tells you exactly who really thinks this is a good deal or not. Democrats have been calling their senators all morning. People have been protesting outside of Schumer's office in New York. Even Nancy Pelosi put out a statement this morning urging the Senate Dems to vote no. So this is not a matter of like the progressive left is upset. This is everyone from Adam Kinzinger, the former Republican congressman, to AOC saying vote no. And Schumer just not understanding the moment or not grasping why this is so bad. So anyway, that's going on right now. Meanwhile, Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State in the Trump regime, is up in Canada for a meeting of the G7 nations, which are basically the 7 largest economies in the world, meeting together to discuss economic things and world issues, and was again asked by the press in Canada about these continued attacks on Canada from the Trump regime and threats to annex Canada and take it over and make it part of the United States. And, he just said, well, the president has made his argument as to why it would be so much better for Canada to be part of the U.S. He's literally in Canada just defending the regime's imperialist aims to take Canada. Make no mistake, talk of annexing Canada is threats of war. You are threatened. Tariffs are economic warfare. We have started an economic war with our closest ally. Our closest ally. Do you all hate Canada? I don't. I love Canada. We've always been friends with Canada. They come to our defense anytime we've ever needed them to send troops to be part of an operation that the United States was a part of. They have been there, even in those moments where the rest of the world was maybe like, maybe this is going a little too far. So, they've always been there for us. This is so terrible what it's doing to our relationship with our previous allies. We have to keep speaking up. We have to keep speaking out. Talk to your friends and family about what's going on with Canada. I think there's a lot of Americans that haven't registered how serious these threats are because they think it's kind of a joke, but it is not. It is part of a long plan to get this propaganda out there to start making people more and more okay with the idea of going after Canada. Make no mistake, it's real. You need to make sure your friends and family know it's real. They need to start looking for sources outside of Fox News and Newsmax. Try to find ways to get sources out of Canada and Europe in front of their faces, whether it's the CBC or BBC or The Guardian. There are sources that talk about what's going on in the world that give a much better idea of what's happening. Hi. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I might make another video later, depending on what happens with this vote in the Senate. Thank you all for listening in, and leave comments or questions in the comments, and I'll try and get to those in a future video as well. All right, thanks, y'all.